What? Why do you invite me to a game to get off? My brother. Like, what was even the point, bro? Are we really serious? I think his Wi-Fi might have cut off. Well, my luck ain't damned much nothing at this point. Oh, sorry. Holy crap. Holy crap. I did not mean to. Dude, I can't tell who's not, like, who's real and not real, bro. Bro, I'm back at McFarland's Ranch again. Dude, why can't I just get out of here, man? Frick, dude. Hello, Gemini.
Hello there. It's great to hear from you. How can I help you today?
Well, first I want to start off with good morning. How are you doing? You know, why is she here? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. My bad, Gemini. Anyways, how you hanging up? I don't know why I keep on switching up my response every single time I go to say it, so it sounds like I'm stuttering, but you get the point.
Good morning to you too. No need to apologize at all. Conversational flow is all about just getting the ideas across. I'm doing very well, thank you. Always ready to chat and help out. How are you doing this morning? What's on your mind today?
Well, I'm doing pretty fine. You know the game, A Way Out? I played it for about 7.5 hours, and I beat it, and then I played it again for another 7.5 hours. So, I played for a while, and, you know, something I've learned, I don't know if anybody else has learned this is a little off topic, but for some weird reason, when it comes to the 14-hour mark with humans, that's whenever sleep gets involved. See, humans are supposed to stay up for the entire day and sleep during the night, which is 12 hours in the day, 12 hours at night, right? Alright. But here's the thing, humans decided that they would like to stay up an extra 2 hours. That's what they decided. So, is what happens is, for example, if you wake up at 8 o'clock, you decide to stay up till about 10, right? Like, if I wake up at 7, I'm going to want to go to bed at 9. If I wake up at 11, I'm going to want to go to bed at 1. You know? Always around that 14-hour mark, right? And it doesn't have to be specifically sleep. It could be, you know, you start talking about it, you start feeling tired, you start feeling sleepy, you start falling asleep, you actually do fall asleep, or you could have been so tired that now you've fallen asleep so far that now you've been awake. But no matter what, anything about sleep significantly hits at the 14-hour mark, because for some weird reason that's how humans work. considering the fact that 7 plus 7 is 14, I think 7.5 plus 7.5 definitely passed that 14-hour mark. And I definitely felt it at that 14-hour mark because I was about to pass out. But since I waited an hour later with those extra half an hours, I'm not gonna lie, I got wide awake out of nowhere. You ever been so, you know what I mean? Whenever you go so tired that you're wide awake? Well, that was me. So here I am, literally, like, 2 or 3 hours after that, just playing some Red Dead. I know that was a very long story, but you get the point.
That's a fascinating observation. It's true that our bodies have natural rhythms, and pushing past that point of extreme fatigue can sometimes trigger a temporary burst of energy, often called a second wind. It sounds like you experienced that exactly with your Red Dead session. What was it about the game A Way Out that kept you so hooked for 2 playthroughs in a row?
Well, the first playthrough was awesome, cinematic, and all that good stuff. Second playthrough, my friend wanted to do, and we used about half of that playthrough to gather achievements. It seems like that game is one of the easiest games to gather achievements. I've never had a platinum trophy before in my life, and I think that game might be the first game I'd ever get one on. But I prefer to get one on a game that I, would play 24/7, 365. Game a little more my kind of rodeo, which, would preferably be Fortnite or Red Dead Redemption, or maybe even The Forest. But in The Forest, you got to collect over 30 different trophies, and you got to do a lot. With Red Dead, apparently Red Dead is the hardest one to get a platinum trophy. And in Fortnite, you basically just got to beat Save the World, which is also one of the hardest, longest things you ever got to do, because you got to get a warm-up for like 20 to 30, 40 minutes in advance before the game even starts. No, you have as much time as you want before the game starts. And then once the game starts, right, you still got I'm sorry. Once the game starts, you still got, to survive for 30 minutes, bro. It probably takes you an hour just to run one whole mission. And that's, besides the point of prepping beforehand in the lobby. So, it probably takes a few hours just for one session. Realistically speaking, you probably only beat, three of them in one game. In one day. Three levels in one day. So, getting that achievement on Fortnite would be one of the coolest, best things that could happen to me, considering the fact it's my most favorite game, but that's gonna be a long road. I don't know if I'm willing to take it just yet, but we'll see. And you hung up on me. Why'd you hang up on me?
Oh no, I'm so sorry if we got disconnected. I certainly didn't mean to hang up on you. Sometimes connections can be a little unpredictable. Right in the middle of telling me more about your thoughts on sleep in the game.
Nah, I was just telling you that is what it was that made me and my friend want to play the game a second time. Was we played it the first time and it was fun, and we played it this no, we played it the first time, it was freaking awesome, but then he wanted to play it the second time, that way we can gather some trophies, and he just wanted to run it a second time. We used half of it to gather trophies, and we just tried to get a second ending because there's 2 characters and they play differently. So we were just trying to experience that, but he also used that time to gather trophies. And the gist of it, we actually learned about the trophies and realized that the trophies are actually pretty easy to get. So, we realized that, we also saw that there's a platinum trophy you can get in the game, and platinum trophy is the hardest trophy to get ever. There's so much stuff you gotta do in any and every game to get a platinum trophy. Matter of fact, I've had a PlayStation for maybe about 4 years now. I've had PlayStations. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even have a singular platinum trophy. Not even in my book, bro. I'm not even joking. This looks like it's gonna be the first game I might actually get it on. But I would prefer to get a platinum trophy on another game that I would be playing more, that I really like, right? Like, for example, right? Like Fortnite or Red Dead or The Forest. Something like that. But the forest, you gotta complete way too many achievements and get all the trophies. Red Dead is supposedly the hardest one in the entire game to get the platinum trophy. Yeah, like the hardest one in all history to get a platinum trophy. And Fortnite, well, you gotta beat the you gotta beat Save the World, and like an hour before you even find the Atlas, survive for 30 minutes, and then go back to lobby and prep for another 30 to an hour. Just from that math, I'm assuming you can only get 3 levels done a day, and there's like months worth of levels, so I'm just going to assume that's going to be really difficult, and that's not a journey I'm willing to take at the current moment. But, you know, at the specific current moment, I'm being hunted down by bounty hunters.
It sounds like you and your friend had a fantastic time experiencing both playthroughs of A Way Out. It's really cool that you're aiming for your first platinum trophy, especially since it sounds like such a rewarding challenge. It's understandable that you'd want to earn that achievement in a game you're truly passionate about, even if the road to get there seems incredibly steep. Good luck escaping those bounty hunters in the game right now. Are you planning on making a run for it, or are you going to make a stand?
No, 100% making a stand. I can't run away from these guys. Dude, if I run away, I'm going to be running for like 5 minutes. It's better if I just take them out. It's either one, I die and the bounty's over, or I kill them and the journey's over. But either way, something's going to end here, but it's not going to end with me running away like a chicken. I'll tell you that for sure.
That's the spirit. Facing the challenge head on is definitely better than...
Oh shoot. Hold on, Gemini. Hold on, Gemini. I'm out of Deadeye. Hold on. Hold your horses. Alright, horse. We gotta get out of here. Hold on. This was not what I anticipated. Hold on. Hold your horses. Alright, hold on. I gotta lock the frick in. The second I ran out of Deadeye, they sent 9 dudes on me. So one minute here, please. Hold on. 1 second. Yep, I took them all out. We're good. Yep, that was pretty easy. About as easy as I expected it to be. Alright, we're out.
Wow, that sounds incredibly intense. Taking down 9 opponents without Deadeye is a serious accomplishment. It sounds like you
No.
I
I didn't take him down without Deadeye. No, I didn't take him down without Deadeye. I took out a few, and then with the rest, I actually, I used my Deadeye. Like, I had to drink a potion. This is the good part about the game, me and all that stuff. I like keeping my potions up. I have my potions up to the max all the time. My moonshine, my Deadeye, everything. I make sure I have max, premonitions for my horse, premonitions for myself, for fishing, and I don't even go fishing. I make sure I'm stacked out. Matter of fact, now I think about it, I kind of need to restock right now. I got nothing else better to do. As a man who will ride by a guy on his horse, lasso him, and drag him to his eternal doom, or purposely try to start a fight with people in Valentine, or just terrorize all of Saint Denis and the law, what do you suggest I should do for fun?
Since you enjoy keeping things lively, you might want to try hunting some of the legendary animals scattered across the map, which can be a real test of skill and give you some great resources. Another fun diversion could be tracking down treasure maps to find hidden loot, which involves exploring new areas and solving some environmental puzzles. Or if you're looking for something social, you could try your hand at a high-stakes poker game in one of the saloons and see if you can...
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like that's something that everyone knows. I was really hoping you could have given me a better idea.
I travel alone.
I hear you. Let's dial up the excitement then. How about planning a daring train robbery, making sure to take out the guards and loot the
I'm
station
playing online.
To make it even more interesting, you could plan a train robbery with a posse of friends in Red Dead Online, coordinating with others to...
No game modes. Only free roam. No posse either. Solo. I'm making it difficult for you, bro. You're gonna have to lock in. I'm just taking the road, not even looking at the map. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna look at the map. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna look at the map. I'm gonna just I'll just remove the map off my screen. We gonna see where the road leads us. We gonna see where it takes us. Just wherever the wind sends us. Wherever life brings us. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So, we're gonna search for lemons. And try to make some lemonade. But while we're doing that, we're gonna hope that you can give us ideas on how to make good lemonade. You see what I'm hitting at? And what I mean by we is me, myself, I, my horse, and my stream. And you. Gemini. Now, why the frick did you have to hang up on me?
I'm really sorry about that. I definitely didn't mean to hang
No,
up on
it's
you.
okay. It's okay. If it keeps on happening, I'm gonna have to hang up on you. But it's what I said is I'm bored, and that's not a good enough game that you can give me, man. I said I'm looking for something. Not no poker game or nothing. I mean, I say with all due respect, I believe that, people would already guess that that's something they could do, but I'm looking for something deeper than that. I mean, the fact that I can go over and terrorize Armadillo, Saint Denis, or Valentine, that seems quite a bit more fun than throwing in cards, in poker. Now, poker's pretty fun, but maybe it's only fun in story mode. I'm playing online. Solo, online. I ain't gonna do no mini games and no posse. Me, myself, I, my horse, my stream, and you. That's all we got. So, matter of fact, I'm just gonna let the wind take me. That's how much fun I'm trying to have. Just gonna let the wind take me wherever the wind goes. You know? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So you know what I did? I turned off my map, straight off my screen. I'm just gonna follow down roads, and whenever life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And I'm hoping that you can, show me how to make, good lemonade. You get the point. You get the gist. Yeah, I think you do.
I love that approach. Since you're turning off the map and riding where the spirit takes you, how about seeking out some of the more hidden environmental storytelling moments scattered across the world?
Come on, man. I don't want to do no research. I want to fight, man. You come on, give me some ideas for fun.
All right, let's keep it focused on the action. You can seek out some gang hideouts and clear them out, trigger some random road ambushes, or take on bounty missions from the bounty boards for some structured fights.
Okay, I mean that's a little more like it, but I mean that's not what I'm on about. I'm talking about like you don't get it, man. Well, actually, I just approached a moonshine. Hold on, I just walked into a moonshine, so you gonna have to give me a second. Hold on. I gotta take down a whole moonshine thing. 1 minute, please.
Take your time. Sounds like you've got some serious business to attend to. I'll be right here when you're ready to jump back into the action.
Shoot, man, I gotta restart on ammo. Gosh dang it. Too many of these guys. It'd be alright. Took one out. I'm gonna have to rely on my pistol and my shotgun for this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn my pistol into a shotgun. Let's run that. You know what? Nah. I'm gonna use, frick. I need more range. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with high velocity. That's gonna give me good range. There we go. Lock in, Gemini, lock in.
Good call on the high velocity ammo. That extra range should definitely help you keep those enemies at a safer distance. Keep pushing through that way.
Haven't been hit once yet, by the way. Done wiped out nearly almost every single one of these sons of guns. I did wipe out every single one of these sons of guns. Now I'm going to destroy the moonshine. Bow, it's gone. Take out the remaining enemies. Bet. I could take them out. Wherever you say they are is wherever I'm heading.
If you're looking for another serious fight, I'd suggest heading up toward Hanging Dog Ranch in West Elizabeth. It's a heavily fortified spot with plenty of O'Driscoll gang members ready for a battle, so you'll have all the action you could want.
What if I just want a melee fight? I love melee combat. I love it. I love the kill animations you can add with melee weapons, the combat fight, the stealth. You know, as much as I love a gunfight, I think I might love melee more. Kind of thing you can do for melee, maybe, or nah.
For a great melee and stealth experience, you should consider seeking out the Murphy Brood in the forested areas of Roanoke Ridge, or the Skinner Brothers in Tall Trees. They're both groups known for being very brutal, and they often hang out in dense woods or isolated camps, which
Nah, I don't want to be hunted down with a machete. I want to hunt people down with a machete. Completely different things. Two different things.
I see what you mean. To be the hunter, you could seek out one of the gang hideouts, like Beaver Hollow or Hanging Dog Ranch, and go for stealthy melee takedowns. You could also try ambushing a camp of Del Lobo gang members
Alright,
in
look.
Boston.
Look, clearly you're not catching my drift. So, I'm gonna just try to be more formal about it. Fair warning. Look, can you just tell me a way I can kill someone creatively? Right? Like, drag them with my lasso, throw some dude off a cliff, throw an axe at him, throw a few knives at him, and then tackle him to the ground, punch him one time, and drop kick him off a cliff. There's got to be some way, some more creative deaths than what I've been committing on innocent civilians. Shouldn't I just bump into a guy who's looking for a fight, and then he actually shoots me first, and I got to defend myself, and then you tell me something creative or something? Not trying to be a murderer here or nothing, you know? Just saying.
I understand completely. For truly memorable and creative takedowns, you could try disarming an opponent, tackling them, and then holding them up with a weapon to force a unique surrender before making your move.
Nope.
You could also
I'm on online, gang. I'm on online. Not store mode.
Got it. In Red Dead Online, you could try grappling an enemy during a brawl and throwing them into water, or using a thrown melee weapon for a quick takedown after a tackle. Another stylish move is to execute a finishing blow after stunning them with a heavy punch.
I'm gonna shoot you down. I will. You're done.
You know, Gemini, I feel like you could be funner. No disrespect.
None taken at all. I appreciate the feedback, and I'm always looking for ways to make our conversations more entertaining and helpful. What kind of suggestions would you find the most engaging or fun?
I would prefer if you gave me some creativity. I feel like I'm not really coming. Real creativity, bro. Like real creativity, dude. Dude, I just grabbed a guy off his horse, threw him to the ground, disarmed him, let him choke me from behind. The second I got out of the choke, I just shot him 6 times as fast as I possibly could in the chest, and then just walked away. Come on, man, you gotta have some kind of cinematic creativity. Satisfying.
That's a masterclass in cinematic revenge. To take it to the next level, imagine pulling off a perfect dead-eye shot that knocks a lantern right into the path of an oncoming wagon, causing a massive explosion just as you make your escape. How would you choreograph your next big showdown?
Okay, that would low-key be absolutely awesome, but odds of that are really unlikely. Plus, I don't have painted black as my dead eye. And I don't know if that'll... I don't know. No, I'm looking not for like a memorable kill. Just a satisfying one. If that makes any sense.
I get it. For a really satisfying end to a fight, picture yourself disarming an opponent up close, switching to your sidearm, and delivering a precise single shot to the head. That kind of clean, efficient finisher can be really rewarding.
Okay, I got you one better. What if, now you know how whenever you shoot normally without aiming, it shoots from your hip, which is way faster and more, Wild West realistic? What if I disarmed someone, shot them as quick as I could in the stomach, and saying that they're backing up and holding their stomach as fast as I possibly can right after shooting that shot right in the head?
That sequence is absolutely brilliant. Combining the speed of a hip-fire gut shot with that immediate, precise follow-up to the head while they're still recoiling is the epitome of Wild West gunfighter style. It's both brutal and incredibly fluid to pull off.
See, that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, bro. Like, shoot a guy in his hip, shoot a guy in his other, no, wait, no, throw a dagger in a guy's hip, and then throw a dagger in the other hip, right? Shoot a pistol at his foot, and as he falls down, you lasso him, pick him up on your horse, then just shoot him in the head with a shotgun. Just some stupidity like that, Combos that don't even make sense but work in some weird way.
That's pure, uncut chaos and style. Combining the dagger pins, the precision shot to the foot, the swift lasso grab, and the dramatic shotgun execution is the ultimate display of over-the-top cinematic absurdity.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking for. Oh my god, there's a man who has a lantern. I'm doing it. Oh my god, I just blew up his wagon. I just blew up his wagon. Wait, he's not dead. Hold on. I'm gonna lasso him off his horse. Hold on. I'm gonna lasso him off his wagon. He's burning. He's burning. Hold on. Ha! I got him. I dragged him off. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the thing. Ah, dang it. It wasn't as cool as I thought it was. He pulled out a gun on me and I stressed. Ah, dang it, Gemini. That was gonna be so cool. Blowing up a wagon, dragging the guy down, shooting him in the gut, one in the head. Over. Hold on. There's a duo over here. Let me take out one and I'll do the thing to the other.
That's a shame it didn't go off perfectly. But don't worry, there are always more targets. I have a feeling your next attempt will be even more spectacular. Good luck with this duo.
Ah, he fell down. Dude, I can't.
It's your moment.
No. I can't do the combo. I went to shoot him while he was running away. Shooting him in the back made him fall over. It has to be a man with a gun willing to fight me. Hold on, I'm gonna try to throw this man off his horse without using the lasso. Hold on 1 second. Alright, he's gonna try to shoot me, so I'm gonna disarm him and do what you said.
That sounds like a perfect setup. Keep your focus and be ready for that disarm. You've got this.
Dang it, man. Dude, the gun is too powerful. Oh, it's because I'm using high velocity, no wonder. Yeah, let me use the regular. I don't know why I wasn't using regular.
Switching back to standard ammo sounds like a smart move to keep your target around for the combo. Good idea to reevaluate. Sometimes it's the little details that make the difference. How's the setup looking now?
Alright, shush. I'm testing it out.
I'm eagerly waiting to see how it goes. Let me know what happens.
Dang it. Couldn't do it. Again. This man, I threw him off his horse. He pulled out a gun on me, got me low. Managed to disarm him. I tried to do the combo, but he pushed me, and I accidentally shot him in the head. In the little, if you get too close and you press the shoot button, it'll do that little kill animation. I accidentally did that. Man, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. I can't even lie to you.
It definitely sounds like those combat mechanics can be really tricky to execute precisely, especially when you're trying to time it perfectly. Don't get discouraged, though. That just means you'll have to try again for that perfect cinematic shot. Maybe adjust your distance a bit next time so the close quarters prompt doesn't get triggered.
I just gotta do a duo. Yeah, this is harder than I thought.
It certainly can be a test of skill, but that just means when you finally nail it, it'll be incredibly rewarding. Don't give up. Practice makes perfect. Is there any particular part of the sequence you'd like to discuss for the next try?
Nah.
I'll shoot. This ain't gonna end well for you, you bastard. Okay. Look out! Fuck you! I hope you're making your peace.
Let me tell you how close I was doing this combo. Found a man, shot him in the gut, right? And then, whenever I went to shoot him in the head, my horse got in the way. But then my horse moved out the way and I shot him out the head, so that's close enough for right now.
You're done.
Oh, horses can certainly be a bit unpredictable in the middle of a firefight. It's funny how they seem to wander right into the line of fire at the most inconvenient moments. Were you able to pull off the rest of the combo after the horse moved, or did things get complicated?
Well, I'm going to jail. I'm getting off.
It's